Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Krusty's Funhouse with me, Mr. Muck Luckable. Oh boy, we're on the move already because last episode we finished off World 4 and moved on to World 5, so I guess the only thing to do is Level 1, let's go! Oh, and actually, before I start talking about what I want to talk about in today's episode, let me show you this. Look at this! We've now moved outside of the Funhouse. Yeah, a little bit of a change of scenery, a little bit of fresh air, I guess, for Krusty and the rats. It does seem odd that the rats are trapped outside. They must be some really stupid rats. But this is kind of odd. It's really odd to me that it's only now at this point in the game, because World 5 is the last world. It's only at this point in the game that the people decided, you know what? Let's have some different backgrounds. Let's not just have all the weird looking patterns and crazy colours. Let's actually have something a little bit more regular, a little bit more normal. Just some trees, some bushes, a nice starry night in the background. Let's do it now, right near the end. And actually, there's another level later on in World 5 that has a snow and like a snow ice themed sort of design to it. So it just sort of seems like they thought, crap, we're running out of time. Let's just throw all the different themes in now at the end. I'm sure that's not the case, but it does seem that way. And in fact, you'll see that snow and ice themed one later. But yes, what I actually wanted to talk about today was a bigger issue. One that might have ended this Let's Play. Because you know what? I thought the game had beat me. I was ready to throw in the towel. In fact, I did. For a short period of time, I threw in the towel to this game. I was just done. So done with it. In fact, I even started to record an episode saying, this will be the last one, this will be the last episode, because I was getting so annoyed. I was getting so angry, guys. Now, I don't know if I've ever talked about how I make these episodes. I think I have, but I'll go through it again. So, what I do is, I would boot up the game and try and play the levels myself. You know, just completely blank, fresh-faced. I turn on the game and try and beat them. And more often than not, I can't do them. I'd say maybe 60% of the time. And that's due to me sometimes being stupid and not realising what to do. But also because I'm just impatient. I'm really impatient when it comes to puzzle games sometimes. And so I just think, screw this, I want to record an episode. And I've tried and I can't do it. So I just look at a guide. And you know what? I know that sounds kind of lame. It's like, oh, what, you use a guide for this Let's Play? Well, yes, I do for levels, but hear me out, guys, hear me out, because, okay, working out a puzzle is a large chunk of you know, the challenge, working out what to do, fair enough. But I would say just as equally as important as working it out is doing it. You've still got to do the challenge. And like what's going on screen right now, sometimes it involves, you know, timing, placing the blocks. So you may know what to do, but it's still difficult to actually do it. I think that's really the case of a lot of levels in this game, especially one coming up later on. The one that made me almost quit. So yeah, I do use a guide, but I still think there's some sort of there's some value in still doing the levels, because that's why I'm still doing this Let's Play. Anyway. So yeah, then if I can't do it, I look at a guide and I'd use a guide to help me. And so once I'd gone through the levels knowing what to do, I would then play through them all over again. And that will be the one that I record. And that's the one that you see in these episodes. Because that way I feel as if it's kind of a little bit more neater to watch. Like I won't fail as much, I won't die as much. So yeah, that's how it goes. So basically I was preparing, I was practicing these levels beforehand, getting ready to record, and then I came across one level which just frustrated me to no end. I was shouting at myself, being stupid. I was getting so annoyed. I was gesturing at the screen. You know, you cannot be serious. You can't do this. It's not possible. And yeah, I know this game is difficult. I said in the past this game's pretty challenging. It's you know, it's one of those older style games. There's not many hints. You just kind of throw it into the game and left to your own devices. There's no sort of cheats or in-game help. It's you know, you go into a level and you do it. And that can often lead to quite frustrating experiences. But the weird thing is, I've mentioned how the sort of imbalance of this game, like this level I'm doing right now, is stupidly easy. It's stupidly easy. This is supposed to be World 5, and then all you do is place these stupid jars and kick them. That's the only challenge involved. But the level after this is the one that almost made me rip my own eyes out, because, I don't know. Well, you'll see it. You'll see it. And I just thought to myself, if I'm not enjoying the game, which I definitely wasn't at that point, I was not enjoying it. I was getting just more and more bound up. If I'm not enjoying it, just stop. I know it kind of sounds bad, and I don't like to have unfinished things on my channel. I think actually in the 4.5 years I've been doing this stuff, I haven't really quit that many things. I think maybe 1 or 2 series, and maybe even that was due to technical stuff and not necessarily quitting. Because there's a difference between quitting and stopping, because I don't know, maybe technical issues have stopped a let's play or something, or I don't know. But often it wasn't due to actually quitting, like being I'm done with the game. It wasn't that. It was more so just either time or technology or something. Anyway, so yeah, I don't like to quit things. But when I'm not enjoying a game and it's just a chore to record, then I just think, there's no point. I think and I've said this before, if you're not enjoying the game, it definitely does show through in the video. And then this is a little bit different because it's post commentary, so I can sort of hide my frustration. But it's definitely with live ones, it does show through. If you're beginning to hate the game, it just makes for very awkward and not very fun videos to watch. But I tried. So the ironic thing is, as I was recording this video saying I'm quitting, I'm not playing this because I can't do this stupid level, this one you're seeing right now. As I was recording that, I was playing in the background. I was actually doing it live that time, and I was playing in the background, just showing you what I couldn't do. And what do you know? As I was saying how impossible this was to me, I almost did it. I thought, crap, I actually got pretty close then. And so I paused the recording. I kind of stopped that and had another go at trying to do this stupid level on my own. And what do you know? I actually get pretty damn close. In fact, I get so close that I actually do it. And it was so satisfying. It really was. You'll see right now the problem I'm having is that you have to leapfrog these blocks over each other to get the rat up these platforms. And oh look, damn, too slow. And it was this, I was convinced you did not have enough time to do it. And I know it's stupid to think that. Obviously you can do it, otherwise, because the game must have been tested. Well, you'd hope so anyway. But it's one of those things where you just start, lying to yourself. You say, well, it's not possible, it's stupid, you can't do this. And I was... I wish I could look back on, just like watch when I'm being really angry. I bet it's really funny. So yeah, I try again, and every time I get a little bit closer. And I think this is where the satisfaction comes from, because I start to realise what I'm doing wrong. So you'll see here, I get very close. Oh, it's like split seconds I could have done that. And so then I think, okay, well, if I'm getting that close, then I must be able to do it. I must just need to focus in on my jumps, on the timing. And to be fair, I'm not the best at jumping and placing the blocks and picking up the blocks in this game, but that is due to using an Xbox controller. In fact, where is it? Yeah, it's right over here. So the Xbox controller, I use the D-pad because, God, using the analog stick for this game would just be a nightmare. But here you go. I think on this go here, I do the jump alright, and there you go. He gets up. So it is possible. It definitely is possible. But yeah, using the D-pad, it's kind of a bit... I don't know, the D-pad on the Xbox is a bit nasty. And when here you go, I just fast forward it because I just do exactly the same thing again for all the other rats. But yeah, even with the dodgy D-pad, I prevailed, and I worked out, the right jumps to do, and that actually did feel truly satisfying. It really did, knowing that I couldn't do it before, and then I learned what to do. It kind of sounds obvious, but it really did feel good. Oh yeah, if there's an awkward jump there you just saw, it's because because I was getting so annoyed with these stupid levels, I recorded some of these levels out of order. Like, there's nothing stopping you from playing levels in any order you want, apart from the doors that are locked. So I did some of them out of order, so I've cut them together so they're in the right order. That's why it's a bit jerky sometimes after the levels. But yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to ramble about. Really, it's that I was almost prepared to quit, but I learned the true meaning of gaming. No, I don't know. So it's something along those lines. It's definitely difficult. Yes, it is. But there's like a ratio with that difficulty where, because it's more difficult, when you actually do it, it is a lot more satisfying. And the funny thing is, I still think I'm going to play games on an easier setting. I definitely mentioned this in the past, that I've started to play games on an easier setting because often I don't like the challenge and I just want to have a good time. You know, I don't want to stress too much. But doing that level there did open my eyes just a little bit. That maybe sometimes a hard challenge is good. Sometimes. Maybe not all the time, but sometimes. So onto this level here, which, you know, the game was just so kind to put one tedious level straight after another one. Because yeah, this one is just as annoying as that snow one. But not so much in terms of like timing. This one is just how long it takes. It's just, but by timing I mean like racing to get to the rats before they drop off a certain point. There is a bit of that, but yeah, the main problem with this is that it just takes so damn long. You have to ladder your way up to the top of this little pit with the rats, and yeah, it does take a while. As you can see, it's all about moving them up and then blocking them off. So then you put two there and block them off, then you move them up again, like using a little ladder thing. Anyway, what I just did quickly want to bring up, it wasn't really the main part of the episode. I really wanted to talk about that damn level one and my epiphany with this game in a way. Because you know what, it would have been so stupid to finish the game now, like quit the Let's Play, because we're so damn close to the end. We're so close to the end that yeah, it would have just been a bit pathetic really to quit now. But yeah, something I really quickly wanted to bring up, because I realised we were coming towards the end of this level, is just to follow on from last episode where I talked about The Simpsons music, you know, Do the Bartman and stuff like that. And it just so happens that after I released that episode, a little piece of news came out about Do the Bartman. It was a real coincidence. But yeah, it actually turns out that the rights to the song have been sold to an anonymous bidder, it was. And I think it was for about $38,000, which is about £25,000. But yeah, someone bought the rights to that song, which is kind of bizarre, really. But that did lead to someone saying, one of the writers of the song, saying that Michael Jackson didn't actually have that much to do with it. He did name the song "Do the Bartman," but he didn't write the actual lyrics, which is, you know, that's the whole sort of catch with the song, is that, you know, Michael Jackson did do it, so maybe he didn't. Who knows? I think it's just one man's voice against another. The other one being Matt Groening, who obviously is going to say that Michael Jackson did it because it kind of adds to that story behind it. But it is kind of odd to me that someone this long after it was released would spend that much money, which, you know, it's a fair bit of money, £25,000 for. I mean, I suppose it does have the Michael Jackson name attached to it, but now it might not. And also, it's still, you know, even if it did have Michael Jackson attached to it, it's still, you know, quite old, and I don't really think there's much buzz about it anymore. At least not with the regular, your average Joe. Maybe to Simpsons fans, but not to anyone else. Because I was actually looking at an article and it said, in terms of money, you might think that they bought the rights to it because they're hoping they get a lot of money from it, like the royalties of using the song. But I don't think that's the case either, because apparently it made about £600 in 1 year in terms of royalties. So if you compared that to, say, any other Michael Jackson song, it's not that much, really, is it? But hey, maybe it's just a rich, devoted Simpsons fan. And you know what? If it is, then fair play to them. If you've got the money to spend £25,000, $38,000 on just the rights to a song because you like The Simpsons, then who am I to complain? If I had that sort of money, well, actually no, I still wouldn't buy that, but I'd definitely buy some Simpsons stuff. I don't know, scripts or cells. Even though cells are actually quite a waste of money, apparently. Yeah, the animation cells is what I'm talking about. When they actually paint in the cells. That's quite a collector's thing, cells. But anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up because it was related sort of to the previous episode, in which I hope you all did listen to Do the Bartman, and indeed did the Bartman. Whatever the Bartman actually is, I don't know. Shake your body from side to side or something. Anyway, going back to the game, why not? Yes, after all that, we finally get the rat up to the top, more or less. You may have noticed that one of the rats actually dropped. I kind of mistimed it, and that means you're gonna look forward to another little bit of fast forwarding in a minute, because I have to do it all over again. It's ridiculous. That's what I mean by how long it takes. Oh, because I think this level here is taking about 5 minutes on its own, whereas some take 30 seconds. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, I think I shouldn't really be saying this now. Maybe I should be leaving this to the end of the Let's Play, but it's I really don't know what to think now about playing more of these Simpsons games, the early Simpsons games anyway. Because it's been enjoyable. Yes, definitely been enjoyable. And here's the fast forwarding for the other rat. But I don't know. I feel like they're all going to be in a way like this, sort of very basic. I guess it's just because it's with hindsight, and I'm not used to games like these really. I wasn't playing games in the early 1990s, so I don't know. I'm going to do a little bit more research, I think, about some of the other Simpsons games, because I know some of them are a lot more kind of arcadey in their gameplay, where it's more like, I don't know, like Pac-Man or something. That sort of style, and not so much a puzzle game. I specifically, I can think of one that's kind of like Bart skateboarding, and I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I maybe I should have left that towards the end, but I do think after that horrible level, it's maybe have another think about Let's Playing these sort of games. Anyway, crap, we're at the end of the level. I better hurry up and finish. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.